Cody and I are headed north. We're headed to my Kubota dealer, which just so happens to be a Lane Shark dealer. And that's the reason we're headed north. I'm gonna drop off the 5400 and let them do all the plumbing they need to do and throw me a Lane Shark on the front of it. My salesman said it would take 3 or 4 days before they could get around to doing it, and we're going out of town this week anyway, so might as well just drop it off and let them do what they do and come back next week, pick it up. Really looking forward to this Lane Shark. I think I've watched every video on YouTube trying to decide whether I needed one or wanted one. I want one for sure. But my property has a lot of roads, a lot of trails, and there's just no way that me and a pole saw or a chainsaw could ever keep up. And I just had a pond redone, so I believe all the positions that are usable in this Lane Shark, I think I would use all of them, especially the below grade. That really interests me. Being able to mow the inside of the pond and on the pond levee. Really excited about that. So, y'all stay tuned. Keep watching this video. Like and subscribe. And we'll see if we can't get a little bit of video after I pick it up, and possibly a first time use, seeing if a rookie could operate it. Y'all stay tuned. Sharks.
It's a big John Deere.
Looks like my parking spot's open. Right beside some 2501s with some Lane Sharks. So when I went to pick up the Lane Shark, the way it was explained to me was I have my third function here. And what I'm going to say is this is the flow side of the third function switch, which would open my grappler or open my tree puller. and this would be the return side to my third function switch, which would close the grapple or close the tree puller. So the hydraulic motor on the Lane Shark, the flow is hooked to my open button on the grapple, and the return from the motor is gone to a T down on the bottom that goes straight to sump. So my salesman told me that this would be the way to start out with, where if I get into something that is bogging the motor down or I'm not comfortable with, all I have to do is let off and it'll basically shut down the hydraulic fluid to the motor. And then when I want to go at it again, just hit it and go into it. But if I'm doing like a inside of a pond levee, outside of a pond levee, or a field edge, or up against a fence row or something where I would have an offset horizontal cut, like a offset bush hog, Lane Shark makes their own switch to be able to do that, to where you can just flip a switch or hit a button and it'll run continuously. Well, my dealer uses their own switch. It's kind of like a, I don't know, a missile switch off of a plane on Top Gun or something. But once I get it to where I'm wanting to cut, I run my RPMs up like I'm at PTO RPM, flip the switch, it'll engage the motor, and it'll just cut and return. The return will go straight to sump. That way the fluid stays a little cooler than staying inside the third function lines. And when I get done, all I have to do is turn that off and it'll shut the motor down. So for now, I'm gonna play around with just the switch till I get used to the way the motor runs. And we'll just go cut a little bit and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. That looks pretty good. We'll see. All right, let's see. One pin. I think first off, I'm going to try to do the vertical offset cut. I've watched all the videos, so we're going to see if I can remember how to do it. All right, I think we'll remove this pin. There we go. Get that pin back in place. They said to remove the hoses, so that's what I did. Now gonna be in my way right there. Let's go here with it for a minute. Move this pin. I think this is gonna go here. Put that back in place. Now I guess I can just replace these. One. Two. Don't like that being behind there. Fixing to lift it back up. Put my lines back up. I gotta get a piece of paper towel. These caps don't stay on these lines real well. I don't know if they're not made for them or what the deal is. All right. Supposedly, she's ready to cut. So I guess after the first day of use, I'm fairly satisfied with it. Tractor ran it fine. I do know I need to probably load my bush hog on the back or some other implement on the back. I'm thinking about building a ballast box, but I hadn't got around to that yet. But when I go to move positions, it makes the tractor move around a little bit. So the extra weight on the back would be great, but it does everything it's advertised to do. You know, I cut limbs easily 2 inches. I did find out that you have to get this plate completely horizontal to be able to maneuver it around. But it's easy to maneuver around. I've only tried this position and bringing it back to home right in front. I haven't tried any of the offset cutting yet. That'll be probably next week. I go on my 4 days off from the fire department, and I'll probably spend all 4 days out at my place and start cleaning roads and cutting along field edges and fence lines. All in all though, I've been pleased with it so far after 1 day of use. It's gonna still take a lot of getting used to. I'll probably bring y'all along on some other cutting adventures. So don't forget, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. God bless.